Hey guys, Jonathan was here for JMSports100 and the JM Sports Show. How's it going? I'm here to make picks for Saturday, December 29th, 2012. I have made a decision now that I have the microphone, now that I have my comfort back. I am going to turn this more into a JM Sports Show thing. More stats, more analysis, more stuff, not just picks and stuff. So I am going to kind of call this the JM Sports Show again, I think. This might not be a very long one tonight because I don't have a lot because it's kind of a wimp thing. I do have a few things, and we are going to kick things off in the NFL. Not that there was any doubt, but of course the big rumor was, could Sean Payton be headed for Dallas, or would Sean Payton return to New Orleans when he was reinstated by the NFL? Well, source tells ESPN that Payton and the Saints have agreed in principle to a 5-year deal. So seemingly Sean Payton will stay put in New Orleans. Quite frankly, I don't think I could have seen it any other way. Sean Payton's a good coach. He's good for New Orleans, even through all of Bountygate, and I'm not surprised that he is still there, or will still be there. Let's talk about the Bulls. Ugh. And I say ugh because we had a bad bowl day. Lost a lot of points. A lot of possible points for the ESPN stuff. We went 1-2 in bowls. But I believe if I did the math correctly, we have 105 points at stake in the 4 games that take place tomorrow. And you know what? I'm not comfortable about a lot of them. So we'll see what happens. But first of all, let's talk about what happened today. Well, let me tell you what hhappened today. We saw an ugly Advocare V100 Independence Bowl. That's what happened. Ohio beating Louisiana Monroe 45-14, and it was just a complete mismatch. You know, what can you say? It was just a mismatch. You know, they scored in every quarter. In fact, the fourth quarter was the only quarter that Ohio was held to a lone touchdown. You know, it wasn't pretty. It was they scored 14 in the first, 10 in the second, 10 in the third, and 7 in the fourth. And ULM scored 7 in the second, 7 in the third. You know, what can you say? It was ugly. We also picked Rutgers to beat Virginia Tech, and it looked like for a long time that was going to be the case in the Russell Athletic Bowl. Rutgers really dominated that game, up 10-0 for most of it, and then late in the game, it was almost like Rutgers' defense kind of gave up. Their offense couldn't move the ball, and Virginia Tech just kind of came to life, winning in overtime 13-10. I didn't really expect the shootout that we saw in the Meineke Car Care Bowl of Texas between Texas Tech and Minnesota, but that's exactly what we got. Texas Tech 34, Minnesota 31. We did take Texas Tech in the game there, so we went 1-2. Worst bowl day of the year so far. So, but tomorrow could match that. I have not a lot of confidence in tomorrow at all. But I can tell you, though, that we are 10-4 on the year in bowls, 44-18 lifetime in bowls. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look at the 4 games that take place for Saturday. First of all, starting off 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time, the Bell Helicopter Armed Forces Bowl. Rice taking on Air Force. ESPN, watch ESPN. And I am taking in that game Air Force, and I am putting into that game some points, because that's what I've been doing, and as you can tell, my page did not cooperate with me. So I'm putting 14 points in that game there. 14. West Virginia and Syracuse, the new era Pinstripe Bowl that takes place in New York on ESPN, 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Looking forward to this one. Should be a good one. I'm taking West Virginia. Listen, I think this one's going to be a shootout. West Virginia has no defense. And that's the one thing that worries me. And I don't know why I'm being as gutsy as I am when it comes to points, but I'm putting 26 points into West Virginia in that game. Next up at 4 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN2, we've got the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl. Navy taking on Arizona State. I'm taking Arizona State. This is the game I'm most confident in for tomorrow. 31 points I'm putting in it. 8:45. No, I was right. 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time. ESPN. Watch ESPN. The Valero Alamo Bowl. Number 23 Texas taking on number 13 Oregon State. Listen, I'm going to go with Oregon State. I don't like what I've seen out of Texas most of the year. I really don't. There will be no Case McCoy, I believe that's his name. And then they're also going to be missing a linebacker as well, both suspended. Plus the sexual assault case that Texas is going through right now, where the players have not yet been named. That may be a little bit of a distraction. I am going to go with Oregon State. I actually changed my pick at the last second, and I am putting into that 15 points. So, and then last game for tomorrow, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time, the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. TCU taking on Michigan State. ESPN. I'm going to go with TCU, putting 19 points into that. So I've got a lot of points at stake for tomorrow. Should definitely be interesting. Like I said, Oregon State was a last-second change. I'm changed it right before I came on to record here. So if Texas wins that game, I'm going to be a very unhappy camper. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, so we look to bounce back from that. Other than that, we did really pretty well on everything else. Let's switch over to college basketball. We went 6-1 over there on Friday, so really pleased with what we did there. 265-64 on the year, 1,249 wins, 511 losses. With it being Saturday, we just picked top 25s, but I have several upsets in the works. We did call for an upset. We called for UCLA to beat Missouri on Friday night. That did happen in overtime. I was actually watching Texas Tech and Minnesota at the time, but I switched over to catch the tail end of the UCLA-Missouri game, so the upset did go that way there. Santa Clara takes on number 1 Duke. Give me Duke. Central Michigan takes on number 2 Michigan. Give me Michigan. Kentucky takes on 4th ranked Louisville. Upset number 1. Give me Kentucky. American University takes on 6th ranked Kansas. Give me Kansas. Elkhorn State takes on number 9 Syracuse. Give me Syracuse. Chicago State takes on 10th ranked Ohio State. Give me Ohio State. Auburn and 12th ranked Illinois. Give me Illinois. Air Force takes on 14th ranked Florida. Give me Florida. Evansville takes on 16th ranked Creighton. Give me Creighton. 18th ranked Butler takes on Vandy. Thought about calling for the upset here. Not going to do it. I'm going to go with Butler. 20th ranked UNLV taking on North Carolina. I'm getting a little bit gutsy here, I think, but I'm putting my stock into the 9-3 Tar Heels to get the upset there. And then the last pick that we have, we have 2 more picks. Western Michigan takes on 23rd ranked North Carolina State. I'm going to go with North Carolina State. And UMKC takes on 25th ranked Kansas State. I'm going to go with K-State in that game there. Alright, let's move now to the NBA, where we had a 7-5 day on Friday, 257, 145 lifetime, on the year, 1,151, 637 lifetime. Let's go over some of the scores, which is something I'm going to start doing. Washington and Orlando, 105-97. Washington gets the win. Indiana beats Phoenix, 97-91. Brooklyn and their new regime starts out well as they get a 97-81 win against Charlotte, which gives the Bobcats, this is amazing, this has happened 3 times now since Michael Jordan has taken over, in fact I believe 3 times in the last 2 years. The Bobcats lost their 17th straight game tonight. Their last win came against the aforementioned Washington Wizards back on November 24th. So that right there is just amazing to me. Detroit and Miami, Detroit got great play out of their bench. Miami was a little bit short-handed in this game. Got some great play out of LeBron, though. 35 points for LeBron. Not enough to Detroit able to beat the Heat 108-99. Atlanta and Cleveland 102-94. Atlanta. Toronto beats New Orleans in overtime 104-97. Denver gets a 106-85. win over Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston. San Antonio gets a 122 and 116 win. Parker got 31 points for the Spurs, and James Harden 33 points for the Rockets in that game. Clippers win their 16th straight game as they slip by Utah 116-114. Chris Paul 29 points in that game for the Clips. Sacramento in New York, a last-second three gives the Kings a 106-105 win. We took a loss there. The Lakers get 27 points out of Kobe to get a 104-87 win against Portland, and Golden State and Philadelphia 96-89. Golden State gets the win. Let's take a look at the games for tomorrow. New Orleans and Charlotte. I'm going to go with the Hornets. Give me the Hornets to beat the Bobcats and give the Bobcats their 18th straight win. It has literally been over a month since Bobcats have won a game. Indiana and Atlanta, give me the Hawks. Toronto and Orlando, give me the Raptors. Cleveland and Brooklyn, give me the Nets to stay hot. A little iffy about that one there, though. Washington and Chicago, give me the Bulls. Denver and Memphis. Grizzlies, Oklahoma City and Houston. I'm going to go with the Thunder, but I don't think it's easy for them. Phoenix and Minnesota, give me the Timberwolves. Miami and Milwaukee, give me the Heat to bounce back and beat the Bucks. Philadelphia and Portland, going to go with the Trailblazers to beat the Sixers. And Boston and Golden State, give me the Celtics to beat the Warriors. Alright. Not much of a show, but a show. That's going to do it for me, guys. I will be back. The real show I think is going to start again on Monday. It'll be Black Monday, too, so that'll be a good show to start out with. Firings will happen in the NFL. That college video is coming, guys. I may record it after this one gets uploaded. I promise, so it is coming. That's going to do it for me, guys. I am John Lewis for JMSports 100 and the JM Sports Show. See you later.